Jacksonville, yep, and we're white. God bless you.
Thank you.
I'll change Carl Lawson's number next game. He'd be 58. All right, here we go.
Today, from TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. Gardner Minshew and the Jacksonville Jaguars versus Mason Rudolph and the Houston Texans.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. Had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying.
Here's the former UCLA Bruin, Kaimi Fairbairn, to get this one started. And off we go from Jacksonville. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here's the Jaguars offense for the first time with Gardner Minshew, the Washington State product, leading the way.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Well, that was something to behold there. You might expect runs like that from a kick returner or wide receiver, but that's your quarterback hitting top speed.
And normally when you see guys moving this fast, it might be a fly pattern from a receiver or a toss sweep from a tailback or something like that. This was designed as a passing play, and then he got out of the pocket, and he just took off, and he just kept gaining momentum with every step.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And now he's going to use his legs. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Roby on the coverage defensively.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. The open man is Smith. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 right at the 20. They run for the first time with Devine Azigbo. Bradley Roby, the quarterback, there to make the stop. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Texans' 16-yard line.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Carl Lawson in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to fourth down.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. So on fourth down, Jags kicker Josh Lambo comes on. From the left hash, this from 37. The kick by Lambo is good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead.
Jaguars 3. Texans nothing.
Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week one. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
So here come the Texans now for their first drive. They'll be led out by a third-round pick back in 2018 out of Oklahoma State. It's Mason Rudolph.
And how about the incredible numbers he put up for Oklahoma State? Over 13,000 yards passing, actually approaching 14,000 yards, 92 touchdowns. And I know the spread offense can help balloon numbers, but Mason Rudolph delivered in a big way.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Caleb Chason. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. From the gun, here's Rudolph. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got him in, complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It's a big play on third down for the Texans. And even 40 yards.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a third down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively. And then they got hit with that big play.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Now Rudolph looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now an option play, and he'll keep it. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Rudolph throwing on 2nd down. Open man is born. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Shotgun snap for Rudolph.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Fairbairn able to put this one through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. Out of the gun is Minshew. Connection made with Chenault. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Minshew. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's 3rd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal. And I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out and out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. So this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Aaron Jones, that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Out of the gun, Rudolph. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and a yard at the 33-yard line.
And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 27. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Houston.
They'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And this is incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
And here's motion again, and that's going to be 2 in a row. That's on the former first-rounder from Ole Miss, Laramie Tunsil. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Now it's Rudolph. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. 3-3, a tight one after one on EA Sports. Looking to throw it. Rudolph loses the football. It's home. And the Jags grab it. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and brings this one back. A final return for Jacksonville to score. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Josh Lambo now for the point after. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Takes it at the 7. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
They're on 31-yard line.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Throwing on third down, here's Rudolph. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is the quarterback, Allen. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. First and 10, Rudolph. And that is incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Rudolph throwing again. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second.
To throw again on second down. Minshew throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, and it's third and short. Minshew sets to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is going to have the Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
That's a play that'll likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. It'll be Minshew again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 11 yards there, just like last play.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. His throw incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
They run with Ezigbo. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
46-yard line. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and...
Looking to throw it. Minshew. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there.
And that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Texans getting set here to take over again on offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Now a draw play. This is Jones. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return, and the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Gardner Minshew and the Jags ready to go on offense once again. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground. But that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Here's a Zigbo. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and...
Now Minshew. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Now back to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on third down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Houston set to take over. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up
from the 31. Rudolph loses the football. It's out. And the Jags grab it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. Now whistles here. And I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. And that'll set him back 5. And they'll try again here. 1st and goal after the false start. They'll run. It's a Zigbo. And the Jags are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets him down to about the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and goal.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Lambo to add on the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was Gardner Minshew who finished things off himself with a touchdown run. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you. Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. Here's Rudolph. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Rudolph looking to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Rudolph going to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Pretty effective blitz there to stop the draw play right in its tracks.
And actually, when they blitz, draw play's supposed to work very well. You're supposed to have them bypass the runner, and he slips past them. But they put their eyes in the right place, took away all the creases, and slowed him down in a big way.
That's the score. Jaguars 17, Texans 6.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here again comes Gardner Minshew. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now, he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. Now Minshew has it knocked out. Fumble. And the Texans scoop it. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And he bangs it through and makes it a 17-13 ball game. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This taken in about 4 yards deep, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Jags football again. DJ Chark ready to rock and roll. Second quarter here. He has only 1 catch, but they have the lead. You got to think there's going to be more involved at some point.
That's what you would expect, but sometimes what defenses do to take away a player of his magnitude, it costs them in other areas. And right now, with them losing, they may have to change their focus, and maybe he will open up a little bit more as the game goes on.
Yeah, well, so far, just the single catch. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Throwing on second down. Minshew is going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Around the NFL, a game going on in Washington. And it's Washington out to an early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
15 yards on the play, 1st down. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Right back to him for 10 more and a 1st. First down. Here comes a 1st down throw from Rudolph. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. This is Cobb with a catch right side. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 25-yard line. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season, so let's take our first trip around the NFL.
All right. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. And now out comes Houston. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Rudolph, incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down.
And 5 yards to go.
He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he is going to have a Texans first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Well, they run the option here on 1st and 10. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
A loss of a yard. It's 2nd down.
Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double teamed and sometimes triple teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but not from the spot. Actually, no gain. So 3rd and long. Rudolph. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Rudolph just does beat the play clock. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
It's now 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10, Rudolph again. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
Well, that's something else to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. He'll keep it himself. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Rudolph gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Rudolph. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
On 2nd and 10, Rudolph. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off. When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Back to the air, Rudolph. He's got it. That catch good for only a couple. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And give him 2 yards officially, and now will be 3rd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Aaron Jones taking it in. And the Texans have retaken the lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down. Makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Now the Houston offense is going to stay out there as they'll try for 2. They're going to run for it with Jones. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So that one will be accepted. Here's Minshew. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
At the 20-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Minshew, incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. Now Minshew has it knocked out. Fumble. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Here's Logan Cook now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Houston set to take over. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Again, it's Jones. He'll be dropped at the 30. The first broken tackle couldn't bust him free. The second down play not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rudolph. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. They're on to the second half now down in Miami. And scoring yet again, the Colts extend that lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Minshew and the Jags now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll start with the option. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
It's been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. They'll go play action here with Minshew. Steps away, and he's going to go down again.
Minshew, sacked.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches. When they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough road for Minshew and the Jags. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10.
Wow. That ball was not free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So that's going to push them back half the distance. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. Nifty move. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 2nd and 5.
Out of bounds at the 50-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd.
From the 50, it's Rudolph. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
1st down, Texans.
On the delay, Jones. And he'll take this one down to about the 40.
Aaron Jones, the ball carrier.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll go again to Jones. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Offense.
Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
15 yards on the play, first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
After the penalty, it's Jones. About 3 yards there to the 27. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Throwing on 3rd down, here's Rudolph. Throw right side into the hands of Akins. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the 1st down. So you got to think, if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, guy, like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept him short of the marker. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet. Okay, being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
22-yard line.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a 1-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a 2-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good. Minshew going to lead up the Jaguars 1st and 10 at their own 22. The throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
2nd and 10 at the 22.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10. It's complete downfield out left to his running back. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's a 1st down with a cherry on top, 31 yards.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. This guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Again, Minshew looking to throw. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Carl Lawson getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Another try after the first down sack. Minshew. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
A gain of 8 brings up 3rd and 12.
Out of the gun is Minshew. That's complete to Divine Azigbo out of the backfield. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Logan Cook now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. On 2nd and 7, Rudolph. He'll let this go deep for Bourne. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, Rudolph. He'll let this go deep for Bourne. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I see what they were trying to do there, trying to find some dead space in the middle of the field and take their shot right there. A really good idea, but it winds up incomplete.
That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10.
2nd down and 10.
Minshew sets to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The intended receiver there was Jonnu Smith. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Deferring to Armstead on the draw. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And that is incomplete. And off the mark, a little late with the throw.
Incomplete.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. The open man is Smith. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and...
Looking to throw it. Minshew. This will be caught at about the 6. And the Jaguars are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think that the wheels are really spinning in their play caller's mind now. That little setback there on 1st down. They'll have 3 more shots if that's what it takes, because they've got to take field goals out of their thought process. They need a touchdown and a conversion to tie this game. What play calls does he have on that sheet?
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. Taking it in. And the Jaguars move back within a couple of the lead.
This is what I love about calling these games. 4th and goal. This is all about leverage, who wants it more, and who's going to get it done at the point of attack, the line of scrimmage.
So here we go now as the Jaguars will go for 2. Now Minshew rolling to his left, and he can't get rid of it. It's taken down.
That keeps the score Texans 25.
And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
And now out comes Houston. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is put a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough 1st downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. From the gun, here's Rudolph. And this one incomplete.
Entering settings screen, you have menu narration option is set to off.
Much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
The Texans send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They're looking at a fourth down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. So Minshew and the Jaguars down by 2. A minute 52 to play. This is only week 1 of the season, folks. Get strapped in as they come up here first and 10. They'll look to throw. Over the middle to Smith. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Clock about to hit 90 seconds to go in the game. Now Minshew has it knocked out. Fumble. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk it over here before what'll... Important third down. They'll roll him out right. He may try and run for this. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. On fourth down, Minshew. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Ross Blacklock. And defensively, that might just seal a week 1 victory. So they converted their first 2 fourth down attempts. Not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that third one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
Houston set to take over. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably... use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And they take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in week 1.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
So, Houston going to come away here with the victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, but now I'm listening to you. So for Houston, a win's a win as they eke out the 2-point victory to take the season opener. And they will head home next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.